Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm super excited to show you something I've been working on, a complete hospital management system that you can use for free in your hospital, clinic or medical center. Now if you are running a hospital and you are still using paper files, Excel spreadsheet, or you are just tired of the chaos of managing patients manually, this video is going to change everything for you. And what makes this system special, it connects all your departments together, your receptionists, doctors, laboratory, pharmacy, and accounting, and they all work together in real time. So when the doctor prescribe drugs, prescribe a medication, the pharmacy sees it immediately. When the lab finishes a test, the doctor gets the results right away. And the best part, this works completely offline on your local network. No internet needed. Your patient stays secure with your hospital. So let me show you how it works. And to tell you, this application makes use of Laravel, and Laravel is one of the most secured PHP framework out there. So let's all right, so this is the login page. So let me log in for the receptionist. So the receptionist has its own dashboard. So so the receptionist, and that's the first point of call. So before a patient goes to see the doctor, you must come to the receptionist desk. So this is the login page for the receptionist. So the receptionist comes here. Enter these are credentials. So every staff member get their own login. So but this is for the receptionist. So now the receptionist comes here, login with his or her credentials. Now, so like I said every staff member get their own login. And by the way, you can see the name of the hospital here. This name of the hospital, admin can change this name anytime from the setting. So if your hospital is called Lagos General Hospital or Sunshine Medical Center, you can customize it. I think I have it somewhere in the admin dashboard. So let me log in. Let me come here. This is where you set in the admin set, change the name. So I call this X-Dozo Memorial Hospital. So the admin can come here and then come here to edit the name. So if I call this, if I call it, let's say I call it MD also. So it will come here, then let's see, and save settings. So you can see now everywhere where this S-Dozo will be replaced with this everywhere in this web page where there is S-Dozo, they will be replaced by M-Dozo. So that's it. So let me go back to the let me refresh this page. This is the receptionist dashboard. You can see M-Dozo. So first, the reason why everybody have their own login is because first, it keeps patient data secure since all authorized people can access it, and second, the system knows who did what. So if a nurse registered a patient or a doctor wrote a prescription, it is all recorded. Third, each person only sees what they need to see. So a pharmacy does not need to see a billing details, and accountant does not need to see medical records. So like I've said, this is the receptionist dashboard. This is where every patient journey begins. When the receptionist logs in, they see today's appointment. So look at it now. So the reception dashboard. So they see the total number of today's appointment. These are quick actions. The total number of patients, the registered patients, and list of patients in the systems. So the list because these are the information the patient and the receptionist sees. So the total patient registered today, today's appointment, and those that are waiting. So these are the quick actions. So so these are the quick actions button. register patient, the receptionist, we can call or book appointment here or search patient details. So this is where they can book the appointment. This is where they registered patients. So let's say a new patient walks in now, and mind you, this is a live queue board. So the live queue helps us to manage the queue in the hospital. So we will look at that in a moment. So quick actions. So let's say a new patient walks in. This is where the receptionist comes in and then enter the patient's details. So let's say the patient name is Mr. Chuku. Let's say Chuku. Let's call it Mr. Chuku. All right, Mr. Chuku. And then Mr. Chuku Emeka. So we call him Mr. Chuku Emeka. And he has never been here before. So we fill his details at the first name, the last name. I will fill his details, I'll fill the details, first name, and then the date of birth. So the date of birth, let's say the person is born on the, let's say on the 5th. Let's use, 15th March. So that should be 1985. Okay, and the mail and the phone number. Let's give this a phone number. Please, YouTube, don't take down my video. These are fake data. Please don't take down my video. So these are fake people's information. So fino@kilo.com. The gender, the address. Let's see, the person lives 45 Marina Street, Lagos. Okay. Now, so the patient now click the receptionist click register, and boom, the system generates a unique patient ID. So you can see the unique patient ID. We copy this unique patient ID. I think UMH 2026-007. So this is the patient hospital number. So they should write this down, or we can print an ID card for them. So every time they come back, we just search for this ID. So we can give out this number to the patient. Click OK. So, like as I've told you, now Mr. Maker want to see a doctor. So if you come here now, so Mr. Maker now want to see a doctor. So we will book appointment for Mr. Maker. So you click book appointment, and the status, so it's book. So this book, when we book appointment, and if Mr. Maker goes to see the doctor, this status will change to with doctor. So let's see. So book appointment, and this is the unique ID. So select department, we select general medicine, select doctor. This is doctor that's available. Appointment date, let's see, is the Mr. Emeka scheduled to see the doctor today. Okay, you click today, and then click book. So it is booked. So you can see now. So it is booked. So call patient. So since it is booked, what the receptionist does is to call the patient so that to go and see the doctor. You can see the live keyboard saying this patient is waiting now, is ready to be to go and see the doctor. So we click call patient and confirm call. So we call the patient, Mr. Chuku Emeka. Now you can now proceed to see the doctor. So Mr. Chuku Emeka now goes to see the doctor. So let us like I said, the appointment is booked. So now what is, when the doctor logs in, they will see this appointment waiting for them, and the patient can go sit in the waiting area. So let's see the doctor's dashboard. Let me log out the system administrator. So let me log in with the doctor's credentials, and then click sign in. This is doctor's dashboard. This is doctor dashboard. And if you come to this patient for the receptionist handle, So the receptionist can also view the patient history. Right now, the patient has no medical history populated, and the billing history is not populated because he has not seen the doctor. So these are the patient. This is where the patient can also, the reception can also book a appointment for if there's an existing appointment. Let's say the patient is not a first time visitor to the hospital, so you can come here. The reception can come here and then search for the patient record. Then you can see this patient is in progress already, so it's about to see the doctor. So you can also come here, and then if it's an existing patient or somebody that's a regular or kind of a regular visitor with the hospital, so we can very easy to search here, and then the receptionist can then book appointment with the doctor for him or her. Now let's look at the doctor side. So like I said, this is doctor dashboard. You can see today's number of seen, the pending patient. So you can see this is the pending today's patient, as in is in progress. So immediately the patient comes in, the doctor check his appointment. Yes, actually yes. So this guy is the doctor will ask for the patient unique ID. So the doctor types in patient and they confirm that yes, actually they've scheduled this Mr. Chukwuemeka scheduled appointment with him. So now what he does is he goes to the so the doctor click at this medical records. So once you click at medical record, so Mr. Emeka that is working. So let me start this consultation. So the doctor start medication his consultation. So first the doctor will create a medical record, and so he will create a medical record. So it will add medical record. Then it will request for the doctor will request for the patient ID. So and this is Mr. Chukwuemeka. So the doctor will enter the vitals, the blood pressure. Let's say BP 120/80. Then 120/80. Then temperature could be temp 30 degree or 38 degree or whatever Celsius plus 88 pulse. So these are where the doctor will enter the vitals. So for symptoms, the patient maybe the patient complains of fever, the doctors will now enter fever here. Okay, maybe headache and body weakness. Okay, body weakness. Okay, body weakness. So this is where now it comes here to diagnosis. So diagnosis is, let's say the doctor suspected malaria. Now, so before the doctor gives him medication, so the doctor will have to confirm whether if this is malaria. First of all, it will save this record first. So now the doctor want to confirm if it is malaria, so he will not order a lab test. So now the doctor will have to come here. This is where this place you can view the patient details. For now, nothing is there. If you look at the medical records, prescription, the doctor has not prescribed. The lab test is empty. The radiology result report is also empty. So you look at the diagnosis, it's also empty. Okay. So the doctor now have to send this patient to the lab for lab. So if it is lab, if it is X-ray, the doctor will click this X-ray button, this X-ray link. Then let's say this situation is for lab. So the doctor click lab. So this is where the doctor now choose for the lab. So the doctor can say, okay, let me check full blood count of this patient first, and look at the amount here. The pharmacist, the cashier have already listed the amount of all the service and drugs to be given to this thing. So you can see the amount here. For full blood count, this service will cost you 5,000 naira. So you can see other tests. So other tests, you can hepatitis, HIV screening, kidney function. So I think for malaria and typhoid should be a wider test, with that test they call it. So you click send. So the lab request has been created. So the patient now does not go to, now there's important workflow in this hospital. Patient does not go directly to the lab. First, they must go to the cash office to pay for the lab test. So the accountant will see is a pending lab request and create an invoice. So let's check, let's log out this doctor. So we have sent the patient to go to the lab. Now, if you come to this receptionist handle here, I think if you call to this receptionist handle, and let's look at the, so you can see the queue now. This is the queue. So we can enter, the researcher can enter the queue here. So you can see now. So you can enter another patient here. So if you enter another patient's detail, let's give this patient another name of Uche. Last name, maybe Onyekachi. And let's give 09122. Then we have something like kilo 01215. Okay, Onyekachi, something like that, and then register the. Okay, we have to fill out the date of birth of the patient. So let's say 0102. These are for another patient. Let's say 211. Okay, 200. Sorry. So 20002. The year of 2000 she was born. He was born at the year 2000. So we register. So click OK. So we have given, let's give out the ID for that patient. So this one is this one. Let's book this guy. So it's ready to see the doctor, general medicine doctor, and then the, let's say for today as well. This is what the receptionist does, and then click booked. So good. So we can see now. It says call patients. So we can call this because this guy is free. Now he's about to go to the lab. This Mr. Chukwuemeka. So we can call this patient. So why they are trying to call this patient? This man here, Mr. Chukwu, has proceeded to the lab. So let's see what is going to the, has proceeded to see to the cash office. Now, like I said, the patient does not go direct to the lab. First, they must go to the cash office to pay for the lab test. So let us see what is happening at the account department. So at the account department, so the account, this is what is happening. This is the dashboard for the account department. It has dashboard, invoices, and the payments. So this is where this test area is where long test box is where the cash office officers enter the patient ID. So we can see now, we can see the invoices. This is where the get the invoices for today and all. The sales ledger, you can generate your sales report per day, generate the report if it is for today. For now, I think we don't have anything for today yet. So this is where they check the inventory, how many medicines that are available. Then this is where they check all the lab name of the lab test to be taken and the amount. You can see this here. We can edit all these things. The radiology also have their own resources, services, abdominal ultrasound, abdominal scale, the amount they can edit it here. And the beauty part of this is an inventory. So the stock alert, this one will check whether there's a low stock or whether the stock is expiring soon. So very, very wonderful interface. So so the accountant will see the accountant will see the pending lab request. Like if he comes here, let's say, I think yes, pending lab request, because already we have sent this guy to see the, so you can see the pending lab request here. See, so I think pending lab request. Okay, this is the lab actually. This is the cash office, because we sent that guy to the cash office. So look at the, okay, we have the one we did before. That was the for Umadi way that I said that one is for pending the prescription. But now this is for lab, because the way it flows is that after the patient goes to see the cash office to make payment for the lab test, then after the lab test, the patient goes back to see the doctor. The doctor now give prescription. Then the doctor will request the patient to go to the cash office to make payment before going to the pharmacies for the pharmacist to dispense the drugs for him or her. So that's why we have this pending prescription for this guy. But pending lab request is for this guy, which is Mr. Chukwu Emeka. So, but first thing, what the cash officer does is this: they come here. They don't just come to this pending request. You request for the ID of that patient, and you cannot go and the patient cannot proceed to lab without making payment. The system will prevent that. So this program is designed to make sure that you must pay before the lab test. So let's enter the patient ID, and let's enter that patient ID. Let's search for that patient. Good. This is Mr. Chukwu Emeka. So find Mr. Chukwu Emeka, and this is the lab test. The doctors requested for full blood count and the wider test. So we have no test except this one. So what the cash office officer accountant we see is, like I said, you see this pending lab request, and then it will create an invoice. So only after payment is confirmed can the lab technician process the test, and this ensures no unpaid service and clear financial tracking. So if the patient need an X-ray or ultrasound, like I have showed you, I said we just click here the radiology request option. So some process, select the type of scan and add clinical note and submit. Like if what we just saw, that is if they need all those things. But now this is just for blood test. So we click here bill now, and then look at the amount. Full blood count is 5,000 naira. The wider test is 3,000 naira. The total with is 8,000. So we create an invoice. So we create an invoice for this patient, and then the record payment. So 8,000 naira. We click record payment. So we have recorded 8,000 naira. So we have sent 8,000 naira, and I can see the total revenue for today is 8,000 naira, because this is the first. You can see we started on a blank space, clean slate. We started the revenue today, payment today, and that is why it's 8,000 naira. So far so good. This status will give us the financial status of the company, of the hospital. So this month is 8,650, 86,550 naira, but for today it's 8,000 naira for now. So now once once this thing is completed, the patient now proceed to the lab for lab. So let's log in with the labman dashboard. So the lab officers will have their dashboard, sign in. So good. So the lab man will see all the pending lab requests as well. So this is for Mr. Chukwu Emeka. All these ones are the previous these ones are the previous ones, so don't mind those ones. These are for Chukwu Emeka. But what he does is this: they will come and also request for the ID. So they click, you enter the ID of that patient, which is ID for Mr. Chukwu Emeka. Then you click search, and then you have the lab man sees that yes, this guy has paid, and then it's ready for a lab. So the lab man will now click sample and start processing. So sample and start processing. So once they are completed with the processing, they will click. Once they are completed with processing, they can also come here, look for the guy again, and say, okay, where is this guy? Okay, 2026. Okay, this is it. Okay, Chukwu Emeka start processing. So they now start processing, and they enter the result. So we enter the result. So for full blood count, okay, the doctor can now say, okay, for full blood count. So the doctor now enter the result. Okay, I mean, I'm not a doctor. Say 90 for the wider test. Okay, the doctor can say, okay, positive. Okay, then click. Doctor comes here and then log the report. Save. The lab man comes and save the result and send to doctor. So lab results saved successful. Results are now available to doctor. So the patient now goes back to see the doctor. So let's log out thank you, the lab man. So let's look at the doctor's site. Now, so the doctor now logs in with his or her details. Wow. So this is the doctor's the doctor now comes here, check the lab results. Okay, the guy has completed the lab. You can see now. So you can search by the ID of the patient to see whether he or she has completed the lab. So here, Mr. Chukwuemeka has gone for lab. He has made payment and gone for lab test and completed the lab test. Now, the doctors can now prescribe drug. So now, see, so when we come to the medical record of this guy here, of Mr. Chukwuemeka, let's view the medical record now. We can see now that let's see for the lab test, you can see the lab result. So doctor can come here and check the lab result. Okay, full blood count 90. Okay, why that test positive? So they can print the record here. So you click print. You can see the print. So this is where the doctor can now print this medical record and keep it for record purposes of whatever. So this is where this is the medical record, and this medical record will give all the medical history, not only for today, for any other subsequent time like that. This is where the medical record, this will give the patient all the, this is where their medical records reside. So come here. So this pop-up will indicate. So if Mr. Emeka comes another day or any subsequent time, this will keep populated, and the date when the medical consultation was carried out. So you have something like this. So let me close this window. So like I said, now the doctor cannot prescribe the right treatment. So the doctor comes here for that patient and then click prescribe. So we select the drug. Let's see, for malaria, at least for malaria, the person will need something like we need the antimeter, yes, for malaria. Then dosage, you can maybe 2. I'm not a doctor. Frequency maybe 1, something like that. Maybe another one, maybe 4. So doctors will handle this one better. So select another drug again. Maybe the person might need paracetamol. So let's say you give the dosage for the paracetamol, maybe, I don't know, 1, something like that. Doctor, you are better note all these ones. Then total, you give us the frequency, the dosage, and something like that. Then you click send. Now you can see now the prescription is created. So now that the prescription is created, now here is the important workflow. The patient must go to the cash office first to pay for the medication before going to the pharmacy. The pharmacist will only dispense drugs when the prescription status shows paid. So now, so let's check the if you go to the receptionist side. So okay, this guy is waiting now. You can see now it's done. Because of course we have the doctor has discharged the patient to go. If you look at the receptionist queue, so this Mr. Chukwuemeka is done. So the receptionist can now this because it's done, because after the pharmacy has dispensed drug for him or her, then his appointment for the doctor has come to an end. So that's why this status changed to badge green, done. So we can still tell this patient to go in and then walk in and then go and see the doctor. So now, so let's see what is happening at so at this patient now, Mr. Chukwu. So Mr. Chukwuemeka as a patient. Let's log out Mr. Chukwuemeka. Let's see what is happening at the cash office now. Account. So at the account now, the accountant will now enter the Mr. Chukwu and search for the payment and say, okay, what's this patient paying for? Okay, you can see prescription. This is for prescription. So for what those items that the drugs that were prescribed by the doctor, artemether, paracetamol. So we can bill now. This costs 1,500. And you look at it now. If you watch that, if you look at this dashboard, let's look at this place now. I think you can see the billing for today is 8,000 naira. So and this is 1,500. See what will happen now. 8,000 plus this. So you click bill now. It's 1,500. Click invoice, and then let's log that payment. So you can see 9,555 now. So this is a very, 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 very awesome application. Very awesome application. So you can see now. Let's check the invoices here. This is where we can get the invoices. You can see the invoices for all the invoices created for the patient. And let's look at the payment. You can see the payment history. So you can check for today, you can check for all. The accountant can look for the all the payment for the history for today and the one for all. This is awesome. So look at the dashboard for the, look at it. So they can create invoices. I can see the invoices today. Like I've told you, sales ledger. This is where you can generate the let's generate report for today. You can see this report for today. Total revenue 9,515 naira. 2 transaction, average 1 active day. This is awesome. They can export this as a CSV, export as a, and print the report. So if you want to print the report, you can print the report. They can come here and then print the report. So this is where they print the report. So you can print the report of all this is sales ledger where the accountant can do the, and then print out the report of all the record of payments and history. So we can also export to Excel, export to CSV. This is awesome. This is awesome. So now the patient now let's check at the pharmacy. So let's see the pharmacy dashboard. So see the pharmacy. So the pharmacy comes here and then see, okay, all the pending prescriptions. So but first of all, they must enter this to know whether they will request for the patient ID. So you can see the patient ID, Mr. Chukwemeka. So okay, medications. Okay, need the artemether, lumefantrine, paracetamol. So they come here and then select all the drugs and then dispense the medication. They confirm dispense. Okay, medication dispensed successfully. This is awesome. So you can see now awaiting patient 3, ready to dispense 3, dispense today 1, and then look at all the prescriptions. This is where you can see this guy has been dispensed in their history. So they can search their record and then get this thing. They can search their by their name. So enter their name and then get the history. This thing. So the inventory. You can see the inventory for the pharmacy. So this is where the pharmacy adjust stock. This is where they can do the adjustment of the stock. They can edit the amount, whatever. This is where they do and they enter those things. They update the record as well. So this is where they enter. So if they are running on this is where they enter all the stocks. They can add medicine. This is where they enter all the medicine. They enter all the medicines, and then when they are running out of stock, it will display at the cash office that they are running out of stock. So this is also good for inventory management at the hospital. This is very awesome. So so like I said, very, very, very smart application built with Laravel. Laravel is a popular PHP framework there, and it's most secured among all the other framework I've seen out there. So when like I've said, when I send a patient to lab test, they might go for 30 minutes or more, and during that time, the other can also go and see the doctor. So so this is a very, very awesome awesome application. So like let me recap. Like the lab man, like I've told you, the patient see the lab man or the lab person. The person can process the test. The patient must have paid at the cash office. The lab technician check the status. If he says pending, the patient hasn't paid yet. If say paid, we can proceed. They can proceed. So we saw the pending request. The radiology also, as radiology department works similarly. Let's see the radiology. When you log out, the radiology, I think I have the radiology. The eye also have their own dashboard. So let's check the radiology. So the radiology enter their login details here. So if there's any enter the patient ID. I don't think whether this guy, you can see no pending radiology request for this patient. So it is the doctor that we send them to the radiology. The radiology will now take all do all their render all their services and then send the result back to send them to the doctor, or I think it will, no, after the services they send them to to the cashier to make payment. So they make the patient to the cash office for payment. They now do the same thing, just like what the doctors does in their own end. So that's how it works. We have seen the account and cash office. So we see how what they do. They see the sales ledger that gives you complete financial report. You can generate report daily, weekly, or monthly. It shows you total revenue and the total transaction and the breakdown of payment method. We have seen it in the accounting dashboard. So we also saw that you can also export the data as CSV file, XF file, or print the professional report. So, and this is perfect for auditing and hospital management. So this is a very awesome interface. And also you saw the pharmacy handle, the dashboard. The pharmacy can also manage the inventory. So that's where they enter. We saw where they enter their new medicine, update quantity, and see which drugs are running low or nearing expiry. So if you look at the admin interface, now let us look at what administrator. We have seen this, but let's just look at what the administrator can do. The admin has the best eye view of everything. The total patient that have registered, the total appointment, today's appointment. You can see the total revenue and the staff count. So that is this thing. If you look at the patient, the admin can add register patient as well. So you can see this toggle today or all. We have a switch for toggling for what is happening across all what we have registered so far and for today only. So the admin can add the admin can also add new staff. So admin can add staff. This is where we edit staff record. We can change their password there. So if I come here, if I say I want to edit the staff, I'll come here and edit the staff name. This is for accountant Ichioma. We can also edit the password and change the password. And then when they come in, they come with a new password. So the admin can add new staff member, assign rules, and reset passwords. So they can also customize the hospital name. We have seen at the currency symbol like that. What they call it? I think in the dashboard here we saw it where we can edit these details. You can edit this. So like if I collapse this thing now, you see, and then this button here. So you can see now. So if I collapse it here, so this UHL is this UMH. We can also edit it. We can also edit the hospital information. This is where we can carry out, and the phone number and every other thing, and it will just reflect in, and the currency symbol as well. You can change this to naira, and then what have you, to dollar, to anything, and then it will reflect in all the pages of the application. So an admin also can carry out backup. You can download the backup complete of hospital, but can download the backup, and then we can upload and restore backup. So this is very, in case maybe you decided to maybe want to download the backup, you can download those backup, store it somewhere in the cloud, and then you can continue with the business of the day. So I will advise programmer or application the ICT resource person to always download backup at least every 2 days or 3 days. Then they can download the backup every 2 days. Are very, 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 very important to save the records of the hospital from. So this is very important. Admin can download the backup and then create a file with all your data. So if something goes wrong, you can restore all your data from this file. So I recommend every 2 days before closing. Every 2 days you download backup, or if possible every day before closing you download backup. So this is it. Very, very awesome application. So let me, like I've said, the complete. Let me quickly summarize the patient journey with the correct payment flow. First, the patient register at reception. Second, the doctor examines the patient and orders a lab test. Third, the patient goes to the cash office to pay the lab test first. Fourth, the lab runs the test after payment is confirmed. Fifth, the doctor reviews the result and prescribes medication. Sixth, the patient goes to the cash office to pay for the medication. Seven, the pharmacy dispenses the drugs only after payment is confirmed. And finally, the patient goes home. So no payment means no service. So this ensures the hospital remains profitable and accountable. So in the queue, the receptionist see different colors. You can see the key. So yellow waiting. I can see the yellow for waiting. But for those with doctor, orange for those step out. No, yes, blue for those with doctors and orange for those who step out at the lab. Then purple for those who have returned from the lab and green for completed visit. So now you can, for the system engineer that will be handling this thing, one computer. And this is one thing that the system works on your local network. So no internet is required that your data stays secure. So we can do this thing, can configure this thing to work on a local network. So one computer will share the resources for others. So one computer acts as a server. You find that server's IP address using the IP config command. So you go to this thing and type your IP, open the command plus or PowerShell, and then type IP config command, and then it will display your IP. Then other computers will simply point them to that address in the browser. So now research doctors, lab, and pharmacy can all access the same system from their own computers, and I have a detailed guide in the description below for these steps. So, conclusion. This is a complete hospital management system, and whether you are running a small clinic or large hospital, this system can help you eliminate lost files, speed up patient care, and track your revenue accurately. The source code is available at the link in the description below. So if you need help setting it up, drop a comment below. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with other healthcare professionals. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.